Moment of truth, guys. How do these churro cheesecake bars look? Oh yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, most of you know I've lost over 100 pounds. So today I'm gonna show you how I make my high protein. This is a low carb, high protein churro cheesecake, okay? So tastes just like the real deal. This is loaded with protein, but it is still weight loss friendly and definitely low carb. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is we're using some almond flour. Okay, so this is just some blanched almond flour to make the crust. And we are going to I want it to have like a nice thick crust. So we are doing about 1.5 cups. Okay, and then for sweetener, of course, we're making this low carb. So I'm using some allulose. You could, again, use your sweetener of choice. You do want it to be nice and sweet. This is gonna be kind of like a graham cracker crust, okay? So we're using a little cinnamon. And this is gonna be kind of like a graham cracker, kind of like churro vibes, okay? Okay, and now we're gonna add in our butter and mix. Okay. Now it's gonna look like wet sand. Okay, now if you were making a cheesecake, you could use a regular baking dish, but since I'm making bars, I'm using a square dish. Okay, and to make things easier so that we're able to get our bars out very easily, we are using some parchment paper. Now we're gonna pour in our soon-to-be crust. This is how easy this is to make, okay? Because remember, this is a no bake, so we don't even have to put this into the oven. This is literally going to go straight into the fridge, set, and you're gonna have a delicious cheesecake that literally tastes like the real deal and is still low carb and weight loss friendly. Okay, so if you want a thin crust like this, okay, this is a pretty thin crust as you can see, then you can use an 8x8. So this square dish is an 8x8. I do want mine to be a little thicker. I wanna get like a nice thick little crust. So I'm gonna switch this into a 6x8, okay? Okay, so for this step, I'm gonna use my stand mixer. Now, I am gonna be using some heavy whipping cream. Okay, so I just get this from my local store. Nothing fancy at all, okay? And you do not want to skip this step. You need to whip it. If you don't have a stand mixer, use a hand mixer, use like a whisk, anything, but it needs to be whipped because that's what's gonna give your bars the height it needs. So let me show you what you're looking for. Now, you're looking for a little airiness. You just wanna be careful because I've definitely made this mistake of turning my whipped cream into butter, okay? So we have that. So what I'm gonna do is transfer it over here into another bowl because I'm gonna try to make my my cream cheese a little airy as well. So we just wanna get as much air into this as possible because that is what gives it structure. Okay, so then this here is cream cheese. As you can see, it is softened. And I am using the light version. Okay, so that's gonna go in. Okay, now let's try and whip this up so it gets a little bit of airiness. So I did get it a little fluffier. This is a consistency. Look at that, looks beautiful. Okay, that's exactly what we're looking for. Now remember, this is a high protein cheesecake, so I'm also gonna be adding in some Greek yogurt. We're gonna add that, and then I'm also gonna do a scoop of my protein powder. So this is the vanilla protein powder, or is it creamy vanilla? This is the same one that I use for my smoothies. I pretty much do smoothies every single morning. Here, let me show you the ingredients so you know what I'm talking about. This has the best in class ingredients, guys. Literally grass-fed. Everything is like grass-fed, organic. It has like organic banana powder, the coconut milk. That's what makes it like nice and creamy. It also has cordyceps and reishi mushrooms, which is great for focus and your brain. and then it's sweetened with stevia and monk fruit so that we don't put all that sugar into our body. So I love that I use it obviously to nourish my body in the morning, but I also can use it in my baked goods like this. So I'm also gonna do 1 scoop of that. Now you guys can use my discount code for this. I'll leave it linked in the description below. It is LCL15 for 15% off. And now this one is the creamy vanilla, the vanilla cream, but they also have, that's my holy grail, is the peanut butter chocolate. So if you are a chocolate fan, then definitely check that out. But I also want to point out that this is not just a protein powder. This is an all-in-one protein smoothie. So it basically replaces your peanut butter, your banana, your collagen. Everything already comes in 1 scoop, and it's 25 grams of protein and 10 grams of collagen. So if you don't have a protein powder that you are obsessed with or that has super clean ingredients, I definitely highly recommend this one. Okay, so I'm gonna do about a cup of Greek yogurt. That's gonna go right in. A little bit of vanilla. This is just a vanilla paste. Okay, and because we are making this churro flavor, we're gonna add in our cinnamon. And then of course our sweetener. So I'm using allulose, but remember you can literally use your sweetener of choice. The last of it, I need to reorder. I just grab all my stuff. A lot of my stuff, I just grab it on Amazon. Always check the description because I leave everything linked for you. So now we're gonna give this a mix. Okay, so look at the texture. It looks nice and beautiful. You can see the thickness of it. So that's how it's gonna set. You know it's gonna set really, really well when your mixture already looks like this. So now what we're gonna do is incorporate our whip, okay? And instead of just mixing, we're gonna try to fold it in, okay? So kind of go from the bottom and over, okay? Beautiful, and it is nice and sweet. Always taste your batter. Remember, there are no eggs in this. Taste it, make sure it is sweet enough, make sure it has enough cinnamon for you, and then we are gonna pour it right in. All right, and there it is. Obviously, I want a beautiful, huge cheesecake bar. So that's why I made it in this smaller pan, but this is enough batter, as you can see, to make it in the 8x8. And then you're still gonna be left with a good bar, but these are gonna lend for a nice, thick cheesecake bar. So now it's going into the fridge. I'm gonna let it set for a few hours, and then I'm gonna come back and show you how these turn out. All right, guys, I let these set for about 4 hours. So now let's go ahead and take them out. Look at this. I told you I wanted them nice and thick, and that's exactly what we got. Now I have a little bit of cinnamon sugar because it is churro cheesecakes. This is of course optional, but I think it really adds to the taste. Doesn't it look so pretty? How does it look? What do you think? I'm actually really, really happy with the way this turned out. Look at how nice and thick it is. It almost looks like an ice cream cake. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut. Now I want these pretty thick, so I think we're gonna go in about 4 rows. All right, moment of truth, guys. How do these churro cheesecake bars look? Oh yeah, 10 out of 10. I'm telling you, this is high protein. It tastes just like cheesecake. Honestly, it tastes like the perfect combination of a cheesecake and a churro. All right, guys, you're gonna have to make these. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the recipe in the description below. Of course, if you like this video, make sure you show me some love. Go hit that like button and share this recipe. Share my channel with your friends and family, whether they're living a low carb lifestyle, maybe they're on a weight loss journey, or even diabetic. These recipes could be so, so helpful. But thank you so much for being here. I love you, and I will see you on my next video.